but he's still a long way behind. It's 6-2 to Stephen Maguire.
And Boyd considerably by that century. Bracell knocked in a 62 in the last of the session to come out of it only 3-6 behind, having been 6-1 down at one point. And Willie and Steve, a terrific performance when his back was very firmly to the wall. What do you make of this young man?
Well, to be honest, it's the first time I've seen him play. I'm very, very impressed. I mean, the boy moves around the table well. He's got a great demeanour around the table. I think he's a little bit unlucky there to come out of that session 6-3. We looked at the first 4 or 5 frames, and it could have been a lot closer. I think Maguire's done pretty well to lead 6-3.
Indeed, because at one point he was 6-1 up. Maguire's top break 54, and he's been outscored in the last few frames by Bracell. It's funny how these things work out, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but at this level, experience does count for something. It's not just about who can knock the most balls in. Winning a frame is a very important part of the game, or to clinch a frame is, and Luca Breccia could have been 5-4 behind had he not messed up in that early frame. So Steve Maguire knows the importance of having an all-round game. Luca at the age of 17, it's not something you should really be worrying about just yet, because it will come, and he will become an all-rounder in the end. So at the moment, knock them in all over the place, scare the life out of your opponents. Yeah, you might get beaten, you might get mugged, but somewhere down the line, all the parts of the jigsaw will fit into place. Give him 2 or 3 more years on the circuit, he'll be a danger, big danger.
Indeed, yeah. Well, they're going to finish off that match tomorrow afternoon, and I know that clubs all around Belgium, very popular there now, particularly watching it, they're streaming his matches live. So hello to everybody in Belgium if you're watching, and I'm sure you're very proud of that young man this morning, as indeed is everybody here at the Crucible. All right, well, for the first time we have a record number of Chinese entrants in this year's Crucible. 5 of them in total, 4 from the mainland and 1 from Hong Kong. That's Marco Fu. Now, Liang Wenbo went out last night despite having an excellent chance to see off the defending champion John Higgins. Ding Junhui well fancied to match or even better his run to the semis last year. But the least experienced of the quintet is Cao Yupeng. He's only 21 from a huge city of Guangzhou just across the old Hong Kong border. He's on his first season on the main tour, and this is the first time he's ever qualified for the telly stages of any world ranking event. What a time to do it, eh? He's beaten 4 excellent players to qualify, including Dave Harold, Nigel Bond and Tom Ford, 2 of them in final frame deciders, by the way. And last night against Mark Allen, he more than held his own in the opening session.
Very gritty, determined, a great talent and a great potter.
Very, very attacking and just break balls for fun.
It's good to see him sort of fulfil his potential now.
He won his first tournament in China, and I think that'll put him up on another level.
Tactically very, very astute.
A fierce competitor. All the time he fancies the job.
He's got quite a fast cue in action and gets through the ball very quick.
Sport needs characters who are willing to say what they think.
He could never be accused of sitting on the fence.
He does need to mend his ways or he will be in serious trouble.
He's not afraid of upsetting people, and it's fantastic to have the courage to do that.
He's normally in his room watching 24 over and over.
Really nice guy, on the table and off as a gentleman.
He's one of the few players that I would like to have my money on in the final frame of a match.
If he's on this, well, this is an absolute bonus. Wow.
Cao Yupeng 1-0 up over Mark Allen.
That is a magnificent recovery. What a shot that
was. The pot couldn't be taken for granted. That comes as a great relief to Cao Yupeng.
Well, that is an excellent shot. No wonder Mark Allen taps the table, because he won't play a better shot in this match.
That's definitely 3-0 now.
And that is an excellent shot. That deserves to win the frame.
This time, he has missed. He trails Cao Yupeng 3-1.
You can blow me over with a feather after that shot. What a shot that is.
A bit hot under the collar, been put under pressure.
Mark Allen will take a 5-4 either way here. What a pot that was.
Ooh, wow. He didn't think that was in. Chow Yu-Peng leads Mark Allen by 5 frames to 2. Not a good time to be losing your form. Very, very good. He stroked that in. That's the best he's hit for a long time. That was a real cracker, that shot.
To be honest with you, you could think he's probably got out of jail here.
I'm not sure what we're going to get here. Something unusual. Good grief. Wow, I've never seen anything like that in my life. Slight edge to the Chinese player.
So they are ready to play to a finish this afternoon, and watching them and indeed commentating upon them will be Terry Griffiths and indeed John Virgil. And there they are in the commentary box, all ready for action this afternoon. Good afternoon, gents. And let me ask you first of all about last night. Now, Chow was 4-1 up. Mark came back to trail by only 1. John, what sort of test has he got against Mark Allen this afternoon with this fella's pedigree these days?
Well, I think you've got the test that every seeded player has, Hazel. I think, unfortunately, you come in, you don't know these players, never met before, and it's the fear of the unknown. And he had the perfect start, the young lad from China, winning the first 3 frames. And although everybody seems to think job done, Terry, with Mark Allen, he's still got a job to do today because he's still behind 5-4.
Yes, the scoreboard never lies, but I think Mark Allen is a lot more comfortable than he was when he was 5-2 behind and actually being outplayed. As Mark said to me, the other boy played so well that he couldn't really complain. He didn't play at his best, but as you know, you've got to find it today now. This is the place, this is where you've got to do it, otherwise you're on the way home.
Well, I know you two are going to be commentating on that one, but Terry, just a quick word about the match on the other table, because Sean Murphy is playing Jamie Jones, who's the third of our debutants this year, a fellow Welshman just like yourself, and we know that he turned pro, 6 years ago. He struggled for a while. What's made the difference for him in the last couple of years, would you say?
Well, I think he's gained in experience from being on tour before. He's had a wonderful win against Ricky Walden in the qualifiers. I watched that. I spoke to him before I came out, and he's very comfortable, he's excited and can't wait to get out there. It's so great for the young players to qualify for the Crucible.
OK, Terry, enjoy your afternoon. And with Rob Walker at the London Marathon today, we have a guest MC with us today, a fellow Welshman for whom this is a very proud day, because he's been one of Jamie Jones's mentors from Jamie's earliest days in the game. So it's over to Mr. Lloyd Davis.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this, the Crucible. The atmosphere is amazing. Let's get this show on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, on table 1, a Crucible debut. Flying up the rankings, he's the Welsh wonder. He's Jamie Jones.
Sexy and I know it. Sexy and I
know it. And his opponent, the 2005 World Champion, winner of the Brazil Masters, he's Sean, the Magician, Murphy! Also making his debut at the Crucible, he is the current Asian Under-21 champion, CAO Yu-Peng. And his opponent, a finalist in the UK Championship and winner of the World Open, Mark the Pistol Allen.
So table 1 available on the red button and online, but for now we're going to stay with events here on table 2. Alan and CAO set to play to a finish this afternoon, and we'll hand you therefore back to John and Terry.
Yes, thank you, Hazel. Interesting final session I think we've got here. As I say, I saw a few people last night, Terry, and everybody was saying, oh, he's okay now, he's back in the match.